without me. Who listens to Eminem at 5:55 in the morning? Me! I have to say this is probably the only song of his that I ever liked, but I just found it on a playlist. Oh, it's a bit of swearing, so I might turn it off. Because Coop might be watching. Hi Coop! So let me just jump off, turn that down. Eminem. No. Hi, good morning. Hello, I can see you all joining. Excellent, that means it's working. Hello, welcome. I'm Michelle House from Rich Living, and this is High Vibes at 5:55, and if you missed that, I was just listening to Eminem at, 5:55 in the morning. I have found a really cool new playlist on Spotify, and, well, I can't even think of what it's called, that song. Without Me. I feel so empty without me. There you go. I'm sure it's got some really good poetic meaning there. I don't know. Melinda. Melinda is one of my money school students, and last night we met Coop. Hi Coop. On our Zoom call, who was telling me how he loves my high vibes calls in the morning. So make sure you get the whole house into high vibes, Coop, right? That's your job. Get them up into high vibes, turn the music up. After I finish, turn the music up. All right, so what are we talking about this morning? I don't know what we're talking about this morning. Actually, I do know what I'm talking about this morning. Of course I do. Talking about gratitude and appreciation, which I think I've already touched on this week, but I feel the urge to splurge on that one and to go a little bit deeper with gratitude and appreciation and feeling the love. So all week this has been about talking about why I do high vibes, high vibration, what's vibration about, and everything around me. Like I look at my students in money school, I look at the students in the Alchemy of Intention group, students that are in the memberships area, and you guys in here and you guys in the living room are all in this space of energy where something is shifting and something is happening. I don't think I've come across anybody this week who has felt so stuck that they can't see. They're actually looking at the stuckness as something that they need to sit in because something bigger is happening. And one of the ways to get to that space where you feel okay with the stuckness, okay with the I don't feel very clear right now, or the stress or the anxiety, is gratitude. And that can be really difficult, but I promise you the gratitude is the key that you're looking for in order to shift your vibration and move you through to a higher, more positive state. My mum, I've spoken about this again this week, I wrote an article and was remembering, growing up with my mum, she would have yellow Post-its. So I have been in this space since, been aware of being in this space since 14, 15, right? So she would have yellow Post-its to remind her of things stuck all over the house. But then she would also have random ones, like you'd be reading, go, oh yeah, what's mum doing today on the bathroom mirror? Or what's mum going to remember today? And it would be an affirmation, or it would be an affirming statement about, her favourite ones were constant persistence, lessons, resistance, all the time. So if we were studying, she would go, constant persistence, lessons, resistance. And but those ingrained thought patterns and beliefs are a part of my being and a part of my way. I don't have the give up way or the give up belief or it's too hard. I have the, constant persistence, keep going, keep at it, and everything will lessen that resistance. So think about, I'm grateful that I'm looking at gratitude again, having been teaching for 10 years, I can keep going back to certain places of my life. We're never done, right? We're never done. I can keep going back to certain places in my life and remember things to be grateful for. That, 5 years ago, that wasn't in my thought line, but now, this week it has been. I'm so grateful that she did those things, even as a moody teenager, thinking, oh my God, you're a crazy nutcase. I can at least look back in them now with such deep gratitude and admiration for the strength that she had as a mum to do something different, to do something that wasn't normal, normal as in everybody was sticking yellow post-its on their mirrors in the bathroom. It wasn't back then. We're talking 30 years ago. That wasn't a normal way of being. We even had a little book. I found it the other day. Let me see if I can get my hands on it really quickly. Love it when the universe does that. Look at this. Pathways to Wholeness. In here, affirming statements. I love myself unconditionally. It's good to be. It's a bookmark. It's good to be me. I'm very happy to be me. So this is my mum's. Look how old it is. You can see how old the pages are. This one is a little bit religious. We will come back to that one. But the point I'm trying to make is sometimes we have to step out of what is normal and ordinary in the world, and we need to go on whatever is calling us. For some people that is the path of connection with the universe. There's a divine being that's bigger than me that's helping me get through my world. For other people, it is a spiritual journey or a spiritual deep dive into yoga more than the movement of the body. Whatever it is for you that keeps popping up, signs, hashtag signs, we were talking about this in the living room yesterday. Whatever is popping up for you in your world all the time, maybe it is affirming statements. Maybe all you see in your newsfeed is affirming statements. Step back out of that for a minute and go, hang on, let me look at this as a sign. What could I do here? What else is possible? Maybe what you're seeing in your feed is a whole lot of stuff about, I don't know, some retreats that you can go to where you don't talk for 10 days. If I ever say I'm doing that, please make sure I've sought medical advice before I do it. But there are, maybe you're seeing that in your feed all the time. I know for me, when I went on my retreat recently, I had a very fleeting thought that kind of went through my mind of, it's time for a break. It's time for a reset and a recharge. That was all. And that within a couple of hours, I saw on my feed the retreat that I went on. So a space had become available, and I went, oh, hang on a second. I was just thinking about that. Let me just go there. Went there, and it was what turned out to be absolutely fabulous and in perfect time. Sometimes the more we think about it, the less we actually go forward. So have a bit of faith and a bit of trust that whatever's landing in front of you is a sign. It's a sign for something. It's a sign to go do something. I've got a big list in my head today of all of these people I haven't spoken to, family and friends, so not business related, but family and friends. All week, their names have been popping into my head that I haven't spoken to for ages. So for me today, it's going to be a really beautiful catch-up afternoon of calling people and connecting with people, because I'm not thinking about them randomly. Something is guiding me with those thoughts. I haven't thought about some of those people I haven't thought about for 2 years. My cousin in Sydney. Why is that there? All right, I'm going to call her. So signs, pay attention. Don't think about it too much. Don't go, oh, what do I call her about? I don't know what I'm going to talk about. What am I going to say? When am I going to do it? What time? Get into flow and do it. Is that making sense for everybody? That is the gratitude that I have. I have so much gratitude for my mum, but one of the things I have gratitude for is her showing me that way. Her showing me that there is another way, that there is another way of living to tap into. And it's far more easier than pushing shit uphill like we do in our normal lives. So step back a bit and come back to faith, come back to I'm being guided, and just see what happens. It's not going to kill you one day to go, I'm being guided, I'm just going to go with everything and see what happens. One day, out of all of your, 80 years on the planet, pick one day to go, I'm just actually, today I'm going to do what she said. I'm going to just go with everything that I'm guided to do. Guided to do, not from here, but from here, from your heart and your instinct and your soul. So solar plexus and your heart, that's the guide. Not here, no thinking. So let me insert a disclaimer here for those people who I don't know that are listening. Sensible, right? Look after yourselves. Don't be silly, but tune into your heart and tune into your soul today and go, okay, that's actually something that I've thought and thought and thought and thought and thought to do. What do I feel about that? What's my heart saying? What's my soul saying? Try it for one day and see what happens. And if you're now going, I'm too busy. I'm too busy to try it today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Check in with that. Check in with that sign about being too busy. I can't do it today. I'll have to do it tomorrow. What else are you putting off? So maybe today's the day that you just go, you know what? I'm just going to completely trust that the universe has my back and everything today is going to unfold perfectly. You know, that's what I did this time last week, actually, when I had the crazy Friday. Everything unfolded perfectly. It was a beautiful, deeply connected, loving day with lots of people in my world. It didn't go according to the plan that I had in place. You know, we had to do, and by plan, I mean we still turned up to everything on time. We still did what we needed to do on time, but all this other little stuff happened in between that was in flow and perfect. And I just kept connecting with my heart. Okay, what do I need to do here? Okay, go, no, don't go. It's a quick decision. It's not even a decision because a decision comes from your brain. It's actually a movement. It's just a quick movement. It's what's required. Yes, no. It's like what I do with the cards. I was talking this to the money school guys last night on our monthly call. I was talking to them about how I draw the cards in the morning. I don't shuffle for 5 minutes. I don't cut the deck and put them in groups. I don't put 3 cards out from the middle of the pack. There's no technique other than guide me when I'm required to stop. Now, no. Yes, no. Yes, no, 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 yes. And then it's fast. And like I can draw a card very quickly because I'm going, that one, no, that one, no, that one, no, that one, no. And I'm not even saying that one, I'm just tapping and I get yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So stop thinking for a moment and forcing the right way for something to unfold. Just back off. Just back off for today. You know, I do this every day with you guys now where I go, draw the cards in the morning. I go, let's talk about it. Let's talk about whatever I was going to talk about. God knows what the cards are going to be today. And then I'll draw the cards first. So I've connected with an innate source that's higher than me. I'm not even looking at them. I'm not thinking about them. I just go, which card, which card, which card? That one, that one. Great. That one or that one? That one. Sometimes it's really clear. Sometimes I've got to go, oh, hang on a sec, I've got 3 cards, but I'm only choosing one. Which one is required today? That one. Okay, great. And I don't question it. I just take it. And as you guys have been watching this, I think we've been doing it for nearly a month now, the cards always align with what I've been talking about. So use that as your little, I don't know, your little voice on your shoulder that says, you know, Michelle was saying that about the cards. Speaking of cards, so let's go. I've drawn today. I'll do a live one next week so you can see how I do it. So let's have a look. So Goddess pack, I get to see it first. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. I can turn that one. I can turn that one. That doesn't sound right. So new endings, new beginnings. We can go, this is the other thing too, is you can interpret, it's a card, right? You use it as a guide. It's not the truth. This is not the truth. You are the truth. Whatever you do is the truth. This is not the truth. This is your guide. So, you know, endings and beginnings. Maybe you are ending the old way of thinking and doing your life and beginning a new way. Maybe it's time. Maybe you've had the signs. Maybe you have seen other people do it. Maybe you're watching my money school students, who are amazing, by the way, if you're on here this morning, who, you know, I think we had our 3rd call last night or our 2nd call. You know, we started in March and they are in this beautiful space now of anxiety-free, stress-free, clarity, the clarity that's coming through for everybody about what they want in their lives, what they actually want. It's amazing. Maybe you're like them and you're stepping into this space of, I'm done with that old way, I'm going to try this new way. Perfect card for today. Perfect card for today, of course. So let me just read. Your current changes are for the best. Told ya. Keep your thoughts positive as they're very powerful. What appears to be a loss is really the beginning of a happy new phase. Let the past go. It's time to move on. You're hearing me. I don't need to go any further into that. I know you are hearing me with this. Let go of the way that wasn't working for you. Don't get to, I don't know about you, I'm 44, I'm heading to 50. I'm not going to get to bloody 50 and then go, hang on a second. I think I should have been doing my life this way. That whole moon thing. I think I'm going to try that now. I'm not trying that when I'm 50. I'm going to try it now. So get into curiosity, wonder. What if this is the way? Yeah? Let's see. Okay, I haven't turned it. Okay. Self-esteem. And this one says confidence and pride. So, I guess it takes a bit of confidence to go, okay, Michelle, I'm going to do everything by the moon today. Takes a bit of confidence, doesn't it? It takes a bit of that self-belief and self-trust. So what I invite you to do is look back to last week or yesterday or the weekend. Look back a couple of days and go, what worked? Okay, where do I have confidence? If you are feeling like you're not confident and you have little self-esteem, I promise you, you have this much. You have this much, you just need to grow it. You need to water it, you need to nurture it, you need to make that flourish and grow and grow and grow your self-esteem. You have it. There's a little tiny, tiny light there, little still glimmering. You just need to get in there and help that light shine a bit brighter. So this card, and you know, when you start doing things from a place of trust and a place of, let me see how this is going to go, you'll be surprised how the universe then goes, okay, she's testing this, let's show her. Signs. Yesterday, people were in the lounge room. Donna Morley, you're on here this morning, was saying, all the sign, I want to see this sign, and saw it. Now, Donna has not been working with me for very long, and I may have said in the past that Donna might have been a little bit skeptical. I could be wrong. But she was just like, oh my God, I kid you not, sign off. Okay, then I want this number. Okay, then I want this number to show up, her triple numbers. And they just kept showing up. I completely remember a day that happened to me where I just went, okay, hang on a second. Now I'm starting to see it. Now I'm starting to get it. Right, okay. But it would have taken Donna confidence and courage, self-belief and self-esteem to step into the space to say, for the first time, I don't know whether the first time was yesterday, but say it was, for the first time, okay, universe, show me a sign. And then the universe goes, boom, 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 boom. Okay? So step into that space and have a crack. Have a crack. You know, you've got nothing to lose. You don't have anything to lose. Have a crack, have a go. So this card here is an invitation to discover who you are and the power within your true self. Come on, people. Immerse yourself in activities that increase your self-awareness and confidence. So this kind of activity is going to increase your self-awareness and your confidence. Take up a hobby or learn a new skill. Spend time among friends who see you in your highest light. Spend time in nature. Take fun risks. In a basic sense, we can all build our self-esteem in simple ways by moving our bodies, eating well, honouring our need for rest. Donna, honouring your need for rest. As we expand our energy and nourish ourselves, we naturally enhance the vibration and outward expression of who we are, of our beings, what she says. So, yeah, I invite you to do that today. Jump in, have a crack, see what it's like living on the other side. So who's got a birthday? Happy birthday. Thank you very much for announcing it. That's so cool. Self-esteem, self-confidence. Awesome, Michelle. Happy birthday to you. Stepping in and telling everyone it's your birthday rather than expecting everybody to remember. A different way of doing it. A different way of being. Hey, it's my birthday. It's time to celebrate me. We celebrate you, Michelle. Awesome. Definitely nothing wrong with 50. In fact, I'm 52 in Australian time already. There's definitely anything wrong with 50. But for me. All right. And let me just have a look here. Michelle Maddie, needs to buy more Post-its. I've got these gorgeous Post-its, which are really handy when I have to write things, not mean things. I was going to say when I have to write mean things. No, Jonathan had to sign some documents the other day, and he left off 2 pages. Like, it was, I don't know, 15 pages. And he left off 2 pages, and I was like, grr! You left off 2 pages and the sticker's here. But then when I go to my love heart Post-it, my whole vibration changes, because I go, oh, yeah, hi, honey. I love you. You forgot to sign 2 pages. So get love heart Posties. Anything to keep you uplifted and in a high vibe and in a positive state. Do what you got to do, kids. All right. Love yous all. Who have we got here? Let your intuition guide you. Yes. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I've got some new people here. Awesome. If you're new, jump on and say hi. Lisa's saying, ever had days where you feel like you're following your intuition and your day week goes to poo? Blow to the confidence. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about that one next week, Lisa. I'm already 20 minutes in on my 10-minute talk. Look, I'm going to write it in a love heart postie and I'll talk about that one next week. All right. Donna's got a beautiful creativity journal and gratitude journal as part of Money School. She's loving that. Awesome. It's all about the vibe, tribe. It's all about the vibe. So keep yourself in the space or get back to the space. You know, sometimes it's hard to maintain. And it's not about maintaining. I've got to maintain my high vibes. I don't do that. You know, I go and have a rest when I need to have a rest. I go and Netflix House of Cards if I need to. Oh my God, House of Cards. Or I, you know, read my book or whatever it is to bring myself back to it. And, you know, little tiny things like that of, I'm so annoyed that you didn't sign those pieces of paper because I said I was going to email it off by 9 o'clock. Change to, well, it doesn't really matter that the email goes at 9 o'clock. It actually does not matter. If it mattered, I would go find him and get the 2 pages signed. But actually it doesn't really matter. So all in that moment, I can do all of that quick process and say, hi, honey, thanks very much. You forgot to sign 2 pages. Totally changes. Or, you know, I get a choice there, don't I? I could totally resent him and be pissed off and being so blind to not looking at the 2 pages that needed to be signed. We get to choose. So choose the high road, the high vibe road, up there. Go high, go high, go high. Oh, Catherine, I don't want to binge watch it because then it would be over. I do want to binge watch it. I do. All right. Love you guys. Have an awesome, awesome day and a beautiful weekend with your family and friends. High vibe it, and I will see you on Monday morning, 23 minutes later for the 10-minute conversation. Okay, bye.